What's going on, guys? So, um, the world we live in is it's imperfect, right? I want to talk about why that is, and the Bible explains why that is, guys. And you got to think back in even the first book of Moses, Genesis, chapter 3. God talks about the temptation, Satan deceiving Eve, right? And something I wanted to give you guys to like think about is that I feel like that's symbolic for um, the fact that women are easier to seduce and tempt, and then Eve being deceived by Satan led to her compromising Adam, and so I feel like that was symbolic for the fact that men are more inclined to choose to do wrong, but especially when women are involved. All right. And keep that in mind because, like, if you think about the world and why it's so sinful, and ever since the fall of man, see, people like to bombard me with like questions like, they ask me, oh, can the Bible feed starving children? Can the Bible fight in war? Or can the Bible do this or that? But see, what they don't understand is, and look, these are atheists and people who just like want to live in sin, that are being deceived, that have never read the Bible, that are asking me these questions. But to answer that question for you, if anybody has that question, the reason why the world is like that is because Adam and Eve were the first two human beings to ever exist. Satan deceived Eve and she compromised Adam. That was the fall of man. God kicked them out of the Garden of Eden at that point. That was their fall from grace, right? So those were the first two human beings to exist. And then we're all descendants from that day. So the world has been, ever since that day, things have only gotten worse, okay? And, you got to keep in mind, God gave us all free will. So with what I just explained to you, that's just kind of something I get from that, that scripture. Satan, women are more likely to be seduced and tempted. Like, trust me, I would know, as I used to kind of be that way, and like I used to seduce women and like tempt them and stuff, and like and women are more likely to compromise men because we want to be in relations with them, we want to like fornicate with them, and they like to they post all these thirst traps on like their social medias and stuff like that. Now I just feel like that's all symbolic to what happened, the fall from man, right? The fall of man, the fall from grace. And I just think that people need to understand that God did give us free will. Remember that. If you read the Bible, then that how important it is to spread the word every day, and to change and to grow with God and be more like Christ, because most people aren't ever going to do that. And it's sad, like it's unfortunate, but God gave us all free will. That's the kind of God we serve. He's a loving God. He it's up to us to do whatever we want, you know, good or bad, for better or worse. So keep that in mind always whenever you come across anyone, atheists, lukewarm Christians, or unbelievers, or Satanists. It is their God-given right to be that way. You can do your best to correct them, but don't stress about it if they don't listen, because you got to sow that seed. You got to focus on, if you tell them to the best of your ability and try to explain things in a way that people might understand it, that's all you can do at the end of the day. It doesn't matter, like, it's not a competition to like get people to believe everything you're saying. All you got to do is say it and live it, right? I mean, it's imperative that we as followers and as disciples, we understand that, because when you force people to do something that they don't want to do, that just makes things worse. We all know that. Like, I didn't like being told what to do, and God will draw whoever near to him at the right time. His timing's perfect, but just keep that in mind. This world, for anyone who wonders why it's the way it is, why there's like rape, murdering, killing, stealing, and child abduction, human trafficking, drugs, suicide, all that stuff, it's because of sin. It's because Satan deceived Eve. And yeah, that's what happened. I mean, point blank. There's no way around it, guys. There's no other way around it. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, and let you know. Have a good day. All right. Later.